100,000 cubic meters of liquefied petroleum gas, that's LPG, when it's completed, when the refinery actually comes on stream, set for the 2019. What else is making news this morning? Let's welcome everyone to the month of March. And of course, we've already run through this severally. The Central Bank policy meeting, two-day meeting starts today. That meeting should be getting underway right now, a little bit about past 7 minutes past 10 in the morning here in Lagos. That meeting is getting on. And this is the first time all the MPC members will be sitting together for the first time since the clearance of 3 new members by the Senate. And the outlook from most of the analysts is that the body will keep all parameters unchanged. In the meantime, we have some analysts calling the MPC to move very quickly and cut interest rates to move growth faster as we get into the deep end of 2018. We'll have following that very closely. Tomorrow is the announcement by Godwin Emefiele, the head of the Central Bank, and we're live to you on that all through. And starting from today, FMDQ, OTC Securities Exchange, says it's activating procedures to stop publishing Nigerian foreign exchange fixing, or NIFEX, on its website and price ticker tips. And we'll also take that down from our ticker tape as well here on Channels Television. FMDQ says the stoppage follows periodic reviews of FMDQ's benchmark policies in line with principles 10 and 13 of IOSCO. Principles for Financial Benchmarks. IOSCO stands for International Organization of Securities Commission. That's what IOSCO stands for. Nigeria is a member of the IOSCO, as you already know. The NIFEX, however, data will be available, according to FMDQ email, only via the FMDQ e-markets portal, on request only, and through licensed FMDQ data distribution vendors. As we start the second quarter, the first month in 2018, the acting Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Dr. Zubair, will be superintending his first quarterly Capital Market Committee meeting since he assumed office last November on the suspension of Munir Gwazo from the Securities Exchange Commission. That meeting is scheduled for later this month, and we're keeping an eye on Zubair and the rest of his team, holding this meeting and bringing everyone up to speed on the new direction for the SEC now that Munir Gwazo is out of office. This will be the first market interaction, broad-based market interaction, since Dr. Zubair took office just about less than 6 months ago. And we're looking at the unfinished business of earnings from 2017, full year and fourth quarter, from listed companies. That will be on tap from today, and later in the program we'll try to find out who is reporting this week as we get back to business. And all doors are now open for business in the month of April and in Q2 of 2017. Okay, this is where just about the 2 minutes there to bring you up to speed or remind you where the market was on Thursday when we went on the long Easter holiday, or when you folks went on long Easter holiday. We never go on holiday here. We are news leader and we're already here, in business and news together. So when you folks went on holiday, this was what some of the things you might have missed as you get back to your desks this morning. The stock market softened a little bit. We'll look at about less than 1%. Let's remind you, we're still below psychological high of 45,000 we breached. In January, we were roller coasting all the way from the second half of 2017 into the early parts of 2018, defying what you call the January effect in market parlance. And now the market has been softening steadily since February, in line again somehow with the rest of the global marketplace. What's spooking the markets, we'll keep trying to find that out for you. But that's the numbers for, that's where we're teeing off today, less than 15 trillion naira in our equity cap. That's the numbers from the stock market. Let's push that aside and go to the sectors, reminding you that the banking sector finished off in the red, finished March in the red. Insurance, their cousins, also down by 1.2%. The oil and gas was deeper by 3.75%. Japan lost about 14.49% in the week to Easter, and emerging the top loser, dragging the rest of that space. despite gains by Total, 40 Oil, and Double One PLC. Their earnings already on the street. Consumer goods gave us 1.73%. Industrial goods was much deeper, almost 4%. But if you look at the oil and gas stocks, then you get a sense of where investors' reactions will be to some of the numbers that we saw in the final days to Easter, 2 trading days before Easter. Perhaps those earnings were ignored. We'll find out today, from today, how investors will be reacting to the numbers. One, from 40 Oil, that reported a pre-tax profit full year 2017, 10.62 billion naira. And Double One PLC, whose share price went up 4.97%. Total also gained 4.49% in the last trading day. So we got those two green shoots. The rest were gray. Then, as you heard, investors are still moving strong volume out of Japan, down at 59 kobo per share. Almost 10 million shares were traded on the last trading day of March. And that's where we're starting the current week for this small cap, whose $350 million equity monies from Milos Global Incorporated of the United States, still a subject of news round. Capital Oil and RAC Unity, of course, remain laggards in that sector. The NESD over-the-counter market has saw a little bit of a beating, 1.02% on Thursday last week. This is where we're taking that off to start the current week. The USI is also down. We're taking a break, and we'll be right back. Is the commodities market and what will be the burning issues after Easter. Director, sorry.